Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A little wake-up call for those guys who think that you are in an alliance with the United States of America. You are not in an alliance with the United States of America. You are a vassal state. You are part of US's plantation, and this plantation has only one master, that is United States of America. It has only one house servant, which is Great Britain, and then the rest, as I always say, there are plantation slaves over there cutting, sugar cane. That's what it is. France sometimes brings the mail in and tries to linger in the house, try to stay a little bit longer, but Great Britain immediately kicks France out because can be only one house servant, which France goes with tail between its legs or her legs back in the plantation. That's why it is, my friends. So what happened now? If you know a weasel called Jens Stoltenberg, the Secretary General of NATO, is supposed to be put to grass, but they don't have a replacement yet. So I don't know, they want to put Hunter Biden or something because they don't like anybody. We have a little problem here, or they have, which is Great Britain. Great Britain, which thinks that, being a house servant and sometimes providing certain kind of services to the master, in the middle of the night or whenever he needs or has urges, thinks that is going to have Mr. Wallace, the defense minister, whatever he is, not defense minister, I think he's from intelligence, military, something like that. Mr. Wallace, I have this article, but I don't want to ban Wallace. Mr. Ben Wallace. So Mr. Ben Wallace wants to be the next NATO secretary, but United States, your friends, blocked that attempt. They also blocked someone else's attempt, again from Europe, which tells me that's only one who really determines who's going to be whom. Only one country has veto powers, and that is the master. So let's see what's going on here. We have the Telegraph, Britain's fury. Just because you're delusional and you thought that you really mean something to the US. You shouldn't be furious unless you had expectations, and that's delusional in your case. Everyone's case anyway. Britain's fury with US as Joe Biden blocks Ben Wallace for NATO chief. June 22nd, 2023. This is the little weasel. And this is the big weasel. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Look at their faces. Can you believe these guys are such important, supposedly, people? Look at them. Joe Biden has done Britain and I'm quoting, bad turn by blocking Ben Wallace's run for NATO chief, government sources have said. The defense secretary, had been the favorite, with many member states to succeed Jens Stoltenberg, the current Secretary General, later this year. But Mr. Wallace admitted on Wednesday that his ambition to take over the reins, which he had repeatedly expressed in public, is now, and I'm putting, not going to happen, end quote. What, mommy told you can't wear those clothes? Allies. Aw, allies. I told you these are allies. That's where it all starts. You're delusional. You're not an ally. You are a plantation, blah, blah, blah. Allies of Mr. Wallace, okay, I thought it was allies in general, have since told the Telegraph they believe his ambitions were thwarted after US President refused to endorse his attempt to become the military alliance's next Secretary General. So that means US said no, and no will be. Government sources have suggested there are now fears the snub may damage the special relationship. Again, you guys live in a delusional world. There's no special relationship. You are just the bridgehead US used to get closer to Europe. Like they use, for instance, Poland. Poland is the Trojan horse in Europe. It's the US Trojan horse. That's what it is. And you are special indeed, because you are the house servant. That's the special relationship. But they think we are equal. No, we are not equal. We are better. It now seems likely that Mr. Stoltenberg, whistle, the former Norwegian premier, will be asked to defer his retirement originally set for later this year by 12 months. A government source said, and I'm quoting, "We're supposed to be their closest ally." Now that's delusional right here. The government, we're supposed to be their closest. In what world? What movie? In Bollywood or Hollywood? And this is what we get. Sure, you misunderstood your special relationship, I guess. Oh my God. And I'm quoting, "It is what it is, but it is bad for the UK-US relations." No, it's not bad. You will not do anything about it. Nothing. And US will continue going wherever it needs to go, and you're going to hold its balls and go with it. That's what happens. It's just bad for UK relationship. Nothing. You still... see, this person lives in a denial right here. Thinks that it's a relationship like that, a closest ally, so you got everything wrong, and thinks that the relations will be changed. No! You're under their control. You think you're independent because they told you so. But if you look at the actions, not really, not to say not. And I'm quoting again, "They've done the UK a bad turn with their preference for this Danish lady." Their preference with a Danish lady. Man, that's a misogyny right there. "Danish Prime Minister failed the interview." I wonder how it was conducted. Was it that kind of knee interview? On 4 limbs interview, or just on her knees? What kind of interviews? Move on. I don't think so. But hey, she's so Biden, so I think she's a beauty for him. The US president is said to have initially favored Mette Frederiksen. Isn't that strange? Let me see. Isn't that strange? Stoltenberg is the Norwegian premier. Was. This is the Danish, right? Now, the socialist prime minister, isn't Denmark investigating the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 pipelines that allegedly were blown up by someone with the help of Norwegians? It's strange, this connection. US, Norway, Denmark. Well, I guess you should have helped in the UK. You didn't help. I guess Denmark will... remember, Denmark helped the NSA to have access to be able to spy on people's phones here. If you remember, Chancellor Merkel's phone was tapped by the US through these guys, through Denmark services, Danish services. Special relationship, I guess, is not with the UK, it's with Denmark. Special relationship is with whomever they want and they need at the moment. The US president is said to have initially favored Mette Frederiksen, the socialist prime minister. You should not even show your face here. Socialist. You should not even show your face. Prime Minister of Denmark, who is being backed by France and Germany. Europeans, get the hell out of here. You have no chance. And you wanted what? To beat the house servant, UK? But one source said he cooled on her. He cooled on her. That is after he he cooled on her. Can I change this with something that starts with a C as well? And yeah, it ends with a D. But the source said he on her. I will not say D here. It was just anyway. Let's move on. Don't be nasty enough. After she failed to impress him during a visit to Washington earlier this month. No wonder you impressed. Let me see. Nah, I don't think so. But for Biden, you're better than Jill, I guess. Dr. Jill. The NATO Secretary General Chain's meeting of the alliance leaders carries out diplomacy and oversees it almost blah blah blah. Anyway, they tell us here how fantastic they are, and there's 31 member states, and they're all loving one another, and they, everything. So a source close to Mr. Wallace agreed with this statement, commenting, "This is no time for amateurs." So sources suggested that support for the Danish premier fizzled out when she failed the interview on a visit to Washington. So she was not good enough, but this guy profile. Oh, we got his resume here. Oh, I don't need it. I need to look at his face. That face doesn't show me confidence, my friends. It shows me something else. Wisdom. So now crying because they see reality. Reality is that you're gonna be used like a without pay. Anytime these guys want, they want to turn you on whatever position they want and go as deep as they want and anywhere they want. So what's new? Then that guy says, I thought we were going to have a special relationship. It's definitely going to harm. It's not going to harm anything. You're going to still follow orders. Got it? Capisci? Good. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.